Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. Let's get in some front page news. Now, over the weekend, the fight. Gervonta Davis, Lamont Roach Jr. ended in a draw.
Good squabble.
Great squabble.
I think draw was the right call.
I think so too.
You know, immediately when the fight was over, you know, I was thinking to myself, okay, they're either gonna call it a draw or it's gonna be a split decision that leans towards Roach. So, you know, when they called draw, I thought that was the right call. Even though they should have counted Tank taking that knee as a knockdown. They do that, Roach wins the fight.
Yeah, he definitely wins the fight. And, you know, I'm a casual boxing fan. Like, I'm not a boxer fan. But when I seen it, I thought that, you know, when you take a knee, that's a knockdown.
It 100% is a knockdown. It should have been counted as a knockdown.
You can't call a timeout.
The ref actually could have called the fight. Because if you take a knee and then you run to your corner like that,
yeah,
that's like quitting.
Yeah. Most people thought that was what was going to happen after, like when he went to the corner. I thought it was over too.
Yeah, well, he did say that he got his hair braided and the grease was in his eye, and he wanted to wipe that out of his eye.
There was a lack of focus from Tank the whole fight that I saw though.
Right,
like even the way he was chatting with the
too.
referee and everything, like it was just I don't know. He didn't look like himself.
And he always be running to the side looking for his people, but I felt like when he was doing that as well, I'm like, I think he underestimated it a little bit.
Maybe.
And I was very impressed at the way Roach was able to take Tank's power. Because Tank was landing some shots and Roach was eating them.
You didn't even know.
Mm-hmm. Well, good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. I'm like, dang, can I get in this conversation just a little bit? If for anything, they should bring it back to the DMV. You know what I'm saying? We got MGM, we got convention centers, we got, you know what I'm saying? So Barclays was cool, but everything, so the reigning WBA lightweight champion, Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, they clashed in the bout, ending in a controversial draw. And as previously mentioned, as you guys talked about.
It wasn't controversial.
Nah,
you see the DMV bias?
No,
it wasn't controversial.
It is controversial. There's so many people that are like, what the heck happened? People feel like because Tank
they feel like he should have lost.
Because they feel like because Gervonta is who he is, he was able to get back up and that fight went on.
Okay. It was controversial. Okay. Start off quick in some sports as we were just talking. Gervonta Davis, Lamont Roach Jr. It was a draw Saturday night.
Great squabble, man.
It was a great fight.
I mean, I like, you know, we were watching the fight and I was in the group chat. I'm like, yo, they either going to call it a draw or it's going to be a real close decision for Roach.
Yeah.
But ended up being a draw, which I think was the right call.
I think a draw was the right call. Only thing I just didn't like is once you knee, that is a down, right? That is a knockdown.
It should have been.
Right?
Yeah. I didn't think it was a draw. And I'm not like the business. I don't know all the technical stuff, but I thought that Lamont Roach won the fight.
Well, Roach was the busier fighter.
You
know what I'm saying? He threw 112 total punches. 112 total punches landed, and Davis, I think Tank was like 103 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So Roach was just a busier fighter. Tank landed more power punches. Mm-hmm. Roach landed more jabs, more total punches. It was just a good squabble, man.
It was a good fight.
That should have been counted as a knockdown. You take a knee in the middle of a fight.
I think so. I would love to see him run it back quickly, sooner than later. But anyway, good morning, Morgan.
Tank say that's not happening this year.
I know. He says it's not going to happen. He said I guess he got another fight planned. What's up, Morgan?
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, and Lauren LaRosa. Happy Monday. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Less black and highly fit.
All right, y'all. Well, speaking of fights, did y'all see what happened on Friday? We wasn't talking about the bout, but President Trump, he says his meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky, it did not go well. So the two had a heated exchange during a meeting in the Oval Office on Friday. Trump told Zelensky he is in no position to negotiate with Russia, adding that without the U.S., you don't have the cards. Now, Trump told Zelensky to make a deal or we're out. Let's take a listen to the exchange between President Trump, Ukrainian President Zelensky, and Vice President J.D. Vance was also there, but I'll get into his comments in a second.
From the very beginning of the war,
you're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's backed you far more than a lot of people said they should have.
So Vice President J.D. Vance also entered the chat and told Zelensky to use his manners, saying that he hasn't been grateful for the aid that his country has received from the U.S. Let's hear those comments from J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please.
Yes.
You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking.
What do you guys think about that exchange? I'm sure you saw the video.
What I didn't understand is they was talking to Zelensky like he invaded Russia and not the other way around. Like I literally for a second forgot who started all this. Like they spoke to Zelensky the way they should be speaking to Putin. But Putin is their guy, so I guess they're riding with their homie.
I mean, I think they spoke to him like he was a child. They didn't speak to him like he was a president. They spoke to him like he was beneath them. It just sounded crazy to see somebody. And you didn't even say thank you when he walked in the office. They didn't even let that man speak. They didn't even let him have a conversation. I thought it was totally disrespectful to talk to another president like that. I think that, I don't think it should be filmed. I think they should have did that behind the doors where they were able to squash out and get everything out on the table. I just thought that was really disrespectful.
So Zelensky ended up leaving the White House in a hurry without signing that planned minerals deal, for the rare earths.
I thought they Uncle Phil'd him. I thought they Uncle Phil Jazzy Jeff. They didn't throw him out?
They kicked him.
I thought that was the word.
They kicked him out to an extent, but he did. He supposedly Zelensky was interested in coming back to try to, do the deal. To which Trump was like, "Nah, you can't come back now." So Zelensky has since released a statement on social media thanking America. He did, issue his thanks and his gratitude, express his gratitude for the visit. And of course, last week marked 3 years since that full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine. So I'll keep you posted in the next hour as to what some of the other leaders around the world are saying about this and what we need to do probably moving forward. And then I will also get into the comments, those post-fight comments from Tank Davis and Lamont Roach.
All right, y'all. So there you have it. That was DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God from the Breakfast Club. And they decided to break down the Roach versus Tank fight. And we all know that was a draw, but Tank Davis, he definitely lost that fight. He decided to take a knee when he fought Roach. And he later claimed that the reason why is because he got some grease in his eye because he had a haircut that same day. But then his hairstylist exposed him and said that was cap because he had his haircut on a Thursday last week. So it was 2 days before the fight. So he actually lied. And like I said, it was his hairstylist who exposed him. So, we know that he lost the fight, and most likely it's going to be a rematch between Roach and Tank Davis. And I think that he's going to, he's going to lose. That's what I think, because he's been talking about retiring. And when you have that on your mind before a fight, it's never going to end good. So, let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.